Alright guys, welcome back here to the Suncoast Capital 400. I want to thank you guys for all the great feedback you guys gave me for the last couple of races here, guys. Love the ability to be able to see great feedback from you guys, so thank you very much here, guys. Again, always leave those like comments or like button, smash the like button, of course, because it is, of course, what I utilize to be able to check and see what you guys are liking, what you don't like, and of course, again, man, leave a feedback what you guys like about the series. I think I have a couple people who already have chosen who they think are going to win today. A couple people have chosen Wayne Montana, and then Brooks Bilovich is a heavy leader here. And I forget if there's one more player. I think there's another driver. I forget who else. Somebody chose somebody else, but I think the two big ones that I saw from a lot of people was Wayne Montana and Brooks Bilovich. So good on them for that. But let's get down to the action here, guys, as we, of course, want to start this all up real quick here, guys, and get a couple videos out here real quick for you guys so you guys can enjoy. So with the checkered flag in hand, of course, we'll write off, excuse me, we'll see if we can get Jeff Daly Jr. off the starting block here. So it looks like we rolled some dice real quick here, so that means it's going to be a top group there. So a 1 there means the top group, and then a 6. And for this one, it'll be smart. So smart is what we're going to look for the top group here. And as such, of course, we're going to be looking at the top group with smart trait. Let's look here. So we're going to look over here to Austin Bigler first here. So he's the first one here. Let's see how he rolls. So a 2, that'll be a 2, and then he's going to pass that check, no problem. And then a 6 here for, well, it doesn't matter, but a 2 as well. So it looks like Jeff Daly Jr. has 1 smart plus a break bonus plus 2 for being in the top group. So 4, no problem there. All right, so it means that we have to pass, if the roll a blue 5 or a 6 to even make it worthwhile checking, if that makes sense to you guys. So Ray Bob Jr. is our next one here. So Ray Bob Walker here, I apologize if I said his name wrong. So it's a 1 blue, so no matter what happens, it's going to be a fail because we already know he has to pass. Jeff Daly Jr. can pass through 4 points on the blue. So let's roll again. Oh, I apologize, guys. There's not going to be any more. So that's actually the first turn there. And it looks like Jeff Daly Jr. Fended off 2 different drivers there. So Jeff Daly Jr. is in for a 10-mile stretch there as the race has started there. And with the first 10-mile stretch done, Jeff Daly Jr. is making mincemeat of the drivers real quick as he is a very smart driver, but can he keep this up? Now, 5 means it's going to go to the bottom group, so we're going to take this little stack right here, and we're going to look at it here, and it's going to be a 7. So a 7 here will be a control. So with all the drivers on the top there, trying to drive a little bit faster and be a little bit smarter here, the bottom group is going to try to control themselves here and make the right decisions. So let's roll here for us. So looks like we got ourselves here Graham Pleasant. So Graham Pleasant's our first driver here who will be up. So he rolls a 5 red. That's not enough there. He does not have that skill check. So let's go over to Gary Pine, who's our next driver up. Okay, a 6 red. That's not enough. He definitely doesn't have the ability for that one there. So Kerry Cacciola does not have one. Tom Rossi, a fan favorite there. Definitely somebody who everyone thinks here. I think it was Steve from After Further Review who said Jeff Daly Jr. or maybe I think it was Ray Bob Walker. Yeah, he mentioned Ray Bob Walker will be the guy who will start taking the flags here. So we'll see what happens here. But Tom Rossi here with the control. 2 here on the side, you'll see. He passes that gas pedal check, and he's going to go to a 3. So it'll be 2 even. So it'll be Jason Leonard who has to make a 2 check. So he has control, and then he has 1 brake bonus. So he will fend off Tom Rossi there. So Tom Rossi will fend that off, or will be fended off and defended. All right, let's Chris Wine, Captain America 15 car. 6 red will take him. He can't pass that one. And then we're going to go to Alex Hodge in the 78 Ford, who hasn't really done very much this year, but he will pass this check, and he'll go to the 1 here, and he'll go over to even Jimmy Velasco, who has control, but he does not have 4 points of it. So he will move down, and Alex Hodge will move up. So good on him there. So Vic Holder here, somebody I would love to see try to make some moves here. So he does pass his gas pedal check with a 3 there, as you guys can see. And of course he has the control. So let's see here. We're going to go 6, which will be then over to the odd, Stu Urich, who has control, who has a brake burst, but he does not have the ability, so he will actually go down there as Vic Holder will actually take up the spot there in the 19th position. So that's a big change there. Now Parnell Drake, the pepper car here, 5. He has a 5 gas pedal, so he has that ability. And as he's driving in control, he's going to try and see if he can take down the odd driver of Kurt Bryson there. So Kurt Bryson will try and see if he can get that set up here. So it looks like a 2. He only has 1 control, and he does not have anything else. So Parnell Drake in the 70 Toyota there will actually take over, and Denny Baker will not. Okay, and then Randy Kendrick does not have it there. Joey Wilson in the number 1 McDonald's car, of course, the McDonald's number 1 Ford. 5, he only has 4, as you guys can see right there. He does not have the ability to gas pedal that, but Sonny Swain should, so let's check and see what happens to him here. All right, so he rolled it there, so 2 red, that's going to be no problem for him to pass that gas pedal check, but with the 1 blue, that means as long as this person has 1 here, which will be over to the even here, will be Billy Brett, he has control, so he'll fend off Sonny Swain. And then Craig Greco, so it looks like a lot of drivers here are very controlled drivers, which is very good for this check here. A 6, he cannot pass that gas pedal check. How about Greg Carl? Let's see if he can do it in the 21 Ford. A 4, he has a 3 gas pedal check, so he cannot. Francisco Segovia here in the 26 Ford here definitely was a fan favorite for that first race there. Definitely was opportunity for the Copper State 500, but he does not have that gas pedal for a 4, so he'll go back down. Chuck DeFaro, who really just is a strange driver, really. He gets up there and he just tries his hardest, but as you guys can see here with a 5, he's going to stay down in the bottom group, but he's always in races, but he doesn't do very much at all. Now, as I've rolled through a couple of different drivers there, Lonnie Lane will be the next one up, and a 5, he only has a 3 gas pedal check. Scott Steckel, now this is a driver that is a little bit different. So Steve had mentioned to me, and I am just going to roll here real quick. So 5, he doesn't have the gas pedal check for that. Steve had mentioned to me that it was actually these X drivers are actually the backups. So if one driver couldn't be in, or for any reason something happened, they would be the ones that could take the race. So if we wanted to do that, that would be something you could do. But with that being the case, when I knew that, I already had taken Denny Baker and Scott Steckel, so I'm going to drive them as if they're driving 2 different cars, not 2 different 5 cars. And yes, they're on the same team, but I'm going to think like Ricky Bobby and a little shake and bake, if you guys you know what I'm saying there. So it looks over two turns there, so 20 miles there. It looks like Jeff Daly Jr. has maintained his lead, but the bottom half here, the middle group, has made a little bit of a push here, as you guys can see. Parnell Drake, Vic Holder, some really good moves there by them to try to get themselves positioned here for the middle group action. All right, so again, thank you very much for the feedback there, guys. Smash that like button, and of course, as the race keeps going, put your comments down below what you guys think is going to happen. And of course, if you guys have a turn or like a reference or anything like that, put it in there. I'd love to see how you guys are seeing this race live action if you guys want. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this. But 2 means we're going to go to the top group. I apologize. I'm having a little bit of a dry mouth right now here. But top group here is going to be for us here. And we're going to a 4, which will be heat. So as the car drivers getting a little bit hotter here, only one driver will actually be the one that can actually make any moves. It'll be Ray Bob Walker, because he's the only one that has heat. So let's check it out here, guys, in our section here. And as you guys can see here, so 2 is going to pass his check here, no problem. A 3, though, will absolutely get defended by Jeff Daly Jr. And the reason why I say that is because he has 1 burst, right, already, and then he has 2 for being in the lead. So that's 2 bursts, so that's 3. So altogether, 3, that's no problem for Jeff Daly Jr. here. And he'll continue as he, of course, fends off another 10-mile stretch there, as Jeff Daly Jr. is making mincemeat of his opponents here in the Sun Coast Capital 400. All right, let's roll for the next turn here for us. So a 6 will be the duel. Now the duel is, of course, going to be between the feuding drivers here. And let's get the list out here, guys, real quick and check out, see who the list of feuding drivers are possibly. And I think, let's see here. So that's a 7, so it will be the feuding drivers. So the feuding drivers, we're going to roll again here and see what happens here with who's the I apologize, who's the turtle and then who's the rabbit, because of course we gotta make sure we check that. So we'll check that real quick here and make sure we have the right people. Now, since Evan Utek didn't actually qualify for the race here, or didn't get a good enough car drive to get through, currently Wayne Montana is not a feuding or fuming driver. We'll have Evan and him be the drivers that are fuming or feuding when they both are in the race. But what really matters here, guys, is we're actually going to check Cam Croyle right here, who is going to be the turtle, and then the rabbit will be Brooks Bilovich. Those are the two drivers from the last race who were feuding and fuming. So let's check it out here. We're going to roll one more time here and check on the feuding and fuming checklist there, which will be a 6 there. And 6 says the turtle and rabbit to bottom. Wow, guys. Wow. So looks like after all those 10-mile stretch there, they're getting back at each other, trying to see if they could get ahead. It looks like Cam Croyle and Brooks Bilovich. So Brooks Bilovich is going to go to the bottom here, 1 and 2 there. That is not good because they're both TV grade drivers here, and we're going to have to fill in the gap real quick here. There's no yellow card needed or yellow flag needed. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at Andy Corso, and we're going to roll to see if he's going to, by chance, join the big dogs here in the middle group here. And he will, with a 3 there and a 3 on the card, or in the dice roll. He'll actually move up and he'll add himself to the middle group. This will be the first time that he has actually made himself present in actual race. So fantastic for him. But boy, Brooks Bilovich and Cam Croyle, the action is starting to heat up, as you guys can see in the Sunshine State here, as of course Brooks Bilovich and Cam Croyle are going to be fighting it out here. So let's check and see what happens here as we go through the 50th mile here. But Jeff Daly Jr. hasn't even been touched really at this point. He hasn't even had to use his performance chip. This could happen to change right now as we of course roll 1 top group plus a reflex. So after all those drivers making moves in that 10-mile stretch, let's see what drivers are going to make the reflex checks the correct way. So let's see here. We have double reflex by Ray Bob Walker. He'll be the first one here. So a 3, he passes that. A 2. So that'll be easy defeated there by Jeff Daly Jr. So Ray Bob Walker gets another chance, as you guys can know, and he does pass. But a 2 again on the blue, that's Jeff Daly Jr. No problem there, because again, you guys remember 2 burst bonuses because he's in the race leader. Okay, Marlon McGarry, let's roll again here. 2, so 2 is no problem there for him. He'll pass that gas pedal check, and it looks like Jeff Daly Jr. has 1 burst plus 2 bonus. That's 3. He doesn't have reflex, so he will have to burn his chip here to stay on top, which he will, because of course he wants to stay on there. So he'll pass that check there with Marlon McGarry there. But Jordy Pettis is the next one here, the 17 Black Widow Ford here. Maybe he can make a pounce on his prey here. A 5, he passes that, no problem there. Now it is a 3 blue, which means Jeff Daly Jr. has that because he has the brake bonus already. So at this point, he has used up his performance chip, but he is still taking a commanding 50-mile lead here in the start of this race, which is absolutely phenomenal. By chance, possibly one of the best spans of driving we've seen here in the 2016 Scram season. You guys might be able to tell me better just because you guys have watched it here. I'm a little bit biased, of course, because I have been rolling the dice here, but a 1 will be rolled again and a 5 again. So that means we're going to do a reflex one more time here, guys. So Ray Bob Walker isn't done. This last 10-mile stretch, he really wants to get it here before we go into pit row. And a 6 is an automatic on the red. Fail there for him. A 4 here, but a 1 blue. That's an automatic defend by Jeff Daly Jr. because he can match that, no problem. All right, let's go to Marlon McGarry, who was the last one who could try to feed him off. So a 5. He has a 4, so that's not going to pass the gas pedal check there. All right, so Jordy Pettis, let's see if he's going to be the one that does it here. A 6 red. Oh, my goodness, guys. Jeff Daly Jr. is on fire at this point. He is having no problems keeping off the defenders here. Now, when we go into the pit row, this might actually change a little bit here, as, of course, we have to roll the dice and, of course, see if by chance there's going to be any maneuvers. So let's change course here a little quick here. And there's going to be a pit violation, guys, as we roll the double. So I have to check real quick to make sure I do the pit violation correctly here. Because I think, if I remember correctly, pit violations are a little bit different here. So let's see here, pit violation. Okay, so so when a pit violation occurs, let's see here, the driver card is, driver card cards are moved to the end of the bottom group. Yikes. Okay, so If roll doubles, a pit violation has been committed by the driver in the box indicated in the group eligible for the fast pit. So it's going to be 1. So it'll be up for the top group. So the top group in the 4 position, Ray Bob Walker, guys, right there, bam, has committed a violation. So nothing's going to happen here besides Ray Bob Walker moving all the way down to the bottom of the... Wow. That is absolutely insane, guys. I cannot believe it at this point because that is just incredible. Now, at the end of the turn is what they always say to fill the gap. So we have to leave that open. So we can't fill it in, I guess, is what they say. So we'll continue with that rule, of course, as we keep going through here for the pit crew. So 1 will be who we're going to go through. So it'll be the top group here who will get the fast lane check. And the leader, of course. We're going to see if we can get a fast pit for them. So let's see here. So let's start with here, and we're going to go all the way down. So Austin Bigler has a fast pit of 7. He rolls a 6, so he'll get a fast pit. Good job for him. All right, Trevor Trostel has a fast pit of 10. He has rolled a 10, so he'll get 1. Good job for him there. Nice job. Okay, Marlon McGarry has a fast pit of 7 or a 6. He rolls a Snake Eyes 2, so he'll get a pit token there. And then Jordy Pettis rolls a 7. He has a fast pit of 10, so he'll get a token as well. So a lot of these top drivers are definitely going to start pulling away here for sure. And it's Snake Eyes again for Joey Palunka, and now get him 1. So Jeff Daly Jr., he has a 10. He rolls a 3. So some great dice there for him, some nice low dice there. We'll get them ahead. And of course, as such, we have to move our drivers up, which will move Trevor Trostel up. And then over here to Austin Bigler there. Let's see here. It looks like no one here has a performance chip, so we'll leave them as such, of course. And then we have to roll here to end the pit turn to see who's going to be the one that tries to take on Jeff Daly Jr. and possibly uses their performance chip. So a 5 will go over to Austin Bigler with a 4, and he passes that check, so he will be able to defeat Jeff Daly Jr. in this turn, so he'll be able to slide out ahead of him. Just think, if he's going to, of course, leave pit stop here or pit row, he's going to move like this right here, and then boom, right out of the corner there and get out of there just in time. But we have to check if they're going to use their performance chips or if they're not going to use their performance chips. Okay, so let's see if they're going to spend them or not. So they don't spend them. So they change positions, of course, but Jeff Daly Jr. knows best is to keep himself available to utilize that chip later on. So good for them there. Now we, of course, do need to fill the gap there at the end of course, the turn here. So Alex Hodge will be the first one who gets to roll the dice. And a 4, he has a 4 check for a gas pedal, so he'll move up into the top group there. And then we'll move all these guys over, and we'll see who's going to come from the bottom group into the middle group as we kind of get out of the pit stop here. So Paul Chen, who's filling in for... Oh, geez, that was a weird one. Nope, if it's not on the green dice board, I don't want to count it there. But who's filling in for Evan Utek here in the 16 runoff Cheerios car. He rolls a 4, so he has a 3, so he will not be able to do it. So let's go to the next car, Mark 4th. Okay, so let's see here. Mark 4th here rolls a 6, so he will not be able to do it either. Looks like no one wants to join the middle group. All right, Scott Steckel here. Let's see how he does here, how he fares. All right, so he rolls a 1 here, guys. So Scott Steckel will skip 2 and go right on into the 19th place there in that pit corner there. And so good on them, guys, as you guys can see. Now, at this point, Austin Bigler, which hasn't seen, if you guys remember, he hasn't seen the top spot there since the first Copper State 500. And my friends, that will do it here for this video tonight. I want to thank you guys very much here for watching here. As you guys can see, a lot of the main group guys are kind of the big names. Jordy Pettis, Marlon McGarry, Jeff Daly Jr., and Austin Bigler. I guess not too many of the big names, actually, because I would say Alex Hodge, maybe Trevor Trostel, and even Joey Palunka just don't have the very great wherewithal. And Marlon McGarry, well, he's not very good with his pit crew, so we'll see how he can fare, as he does have that performance chip, which might be able to help him out. But we'll see you guys next time. Definitely leave a like button there or a comment below. I'm definitely available for you guys to see what you guys think. And I'll see you guys next time here for the next couple of laps here or miles in the bleachers. See you guys next time.